Team Hell No had a great run, but like most tag teams, Kane and I eventually went our separate ways, and I returned to pursuing my goal of winning singles titles.
I need to win the WWE Championship.
It was around this time I had a series of matches with Randy Orton that would have a much greater effect on my career than I could ever imagine. I put a lot of pressure on myself during this because Randy was really the first real top guy that I had a rivalry with. If I could do well with Randy, that puts you even to another level. I felt I had a lot to prove, which led to some very hard-hitting and physical contests. I got pretty banged up, but I was determined to fight through it and not let it slow me down. So much so that I went on to face Randy Orton in a street fight rematch on Raw.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton.
No, my God.
Oh.
Look out. Oh, and a chop block.
I didn't think technical wrestling wizard Daniel Bryan could hold his own in a street fight, but he's doing pretty well so far.
We're really starting to see the versatility in Bryan's repertoire here.
Yeah, but a versatile repertoire means nothing if Orton can pull off an RKO out of nowhere.
We're seeing two favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but they made a good call here tonight.
Back in the ring again. Suplex! And Randy Orton makes the cover. He got body on body there, but that's about it.
Gonna take more than that.
We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step one in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities.
Back in from the floor. Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that reminds me, Michael. Team Hell No didn't officially hug it out when they broke up. Things could be bad between Kane and Bryan.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are both as tough as they come, and this is a matter of pride between both men. These are two guys you don't want to lose, especially to each other.
Look, we did see things get heated earlier tonight, but I think there's still a level of respect here. Neither is going to cheat to defeat the other. It's all about proving that you are the best.
He might have it. Oh, I think this man means business.
Can he finish the job? Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship, he's won the Royal Rumble, and has been WWE Champion 9 times.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title one time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
Daniel Bryan has been consumed with the idea that he's a weak link due to his performances in tag team competition as of late.
Well, Bryan tends to be consumed by just about every minor annoyance, but he did take the pin in 3 straight tag team championship losses to the Shield.
Here it is.
Bringing back up Daniel Bryan as a weak link. Note that he's not sorry he let Kane down when he cost Team Hell No the tag titles, or that he failed Randy Orton in their quest for the tag titles. Bryan's just thinking about himself here.
Look, Bryan may have faltered in those matches, but Bryan was also the guy who got Seth Rollins to tap out for the Shield's first ever 6-man tag team loss. He can obviously be a team player, but right now, Bryan is out to prove he's a single superstar.
He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no stranger to anger management. Who has the advantage in a twisted match like this?
There's a world of difference between how Bryan and Orton process their anger. Orton's turned it into a Hall of Fame career. Bryan suffered some of his worst losses due to his mental issues.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons we'll see Bryan and Orton sling tonight is just a prelude to the unforgiving steel ladders at play in a Money in the Bank match.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane, and Randy Orton still hasn't won Money in the Bank after multiple attempts.
Going for broke. An impressive series of moves right there.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now. Does Orton even know where he is?
This rivalry between Daniel Bryan.
Uh-oh, Bryan looking for it.
Locks in. What's Randy Orton gonna do?
Will the Viper tap out?
Orton's in serious trouble.
Trying to drag himself to the ropes, but remember, the ropes aren't gonna cause a break here.
Guys.
Because it's a street fight, and Orton with a kendo stick. Whoa!
Repeated strikes with a kendo stick. Orton wearing the weapon out on Daniel Bryan's body.
Just what the WWE's Apex Predator needs is a weapon.
It's all perfectly legal.
Now you will find absolutely, oh my gosh, no remorse whatsoever from Randy Orton.
All the frustration inside the Viper bubbling over. Orton's like a man possessed. This won't end well.
And he's got Bryan on the second rope. Randy Orton could be closing in on a victory. Oh, vintage Orton with a DDT.
I think that's the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Randy Orton seems to be preparing to go to that place.
Randy Orton is focused. Randy Orton could be closing in on victory.
Looking for the RKO. No.
Backslide by Bryan. Shoulders are down.
Oh.
Orton kicks out. Now and a kick by Daniel Bryan, and now kendo stick in hand.
Oh,
and
Bryan
unloading on Orton.
Bryan returning the favor.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. Great move.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Randy Orton's methodical attacks are starting.
Randy Orton hits it.
It's over.
The Viper strikes again. I love it.
He slams him down with authority. And once again, we see a return to the specific maneuver. Hey, whatever works.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Daniel Bryan using the kendo stick for leverage. And Orton taps out. Randy Orton taps out.
What a win for Daniel Bryan.
Career-defining win for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with one of the biggest victories of his career.
And we knew it was going to be a physically grueling battle between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, and boy, did Bryan earn this.
Gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's going to be feeling the effects of this one for some time.
Oh, hold on.
Orton offering a sign of respect.
That's what you love to see. Two great superstars, two great warriors displaying their mutual respect for each other.
It is now time for me to tell you whom I've selected to compete against me for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam.
After my series of matches with Randy Orton, I really started gaining momentum. And the WWE Universe and Superstars took notice. One of those superstars was none other than my former Velocity opponent, John Cena.
I select Daniel Bryan.
We've both obviously come a long way since that match. But John was on another level.
John Cena is an 11-time WWE Champion.
This was my chance to really prove I belonged in the main event picture on a major show like SummerSlam.
And the question is, for Daniel Bryan tonight, will he become the next John Cena or the first Daniel Bryan?
We even had Triple H as our special guest referee. What could possibly go wrong?
Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this, the most polarizing individual in WWE history. Cena against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE Champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of electric momentum since guys like The Rock, or even Bryan's opponent, John Cena.
Bryan sees Cena as an entertainer, while Daniel calls himself a wrestler, and a more superior one than Cena. The champion disagrees. We'll see who's right tonight.
Great move. Guys, there's a stark difference in the accolades between Daniel Bryan and John Cena. Bryan's never held the WWE Championship, while John Cena has held it 11 times.
Daniel Bryan argues that John can't possibly be able to understand what he's feeling. How could Cena understand the hunger, understand the desire Daniel has to hold the WWE Championship just once? Again, guys, John Cena is an 11-time WWE Champion. Daniel Bryan just wants it once. He wants to be the WWE Champion for one reason, and it's not for the fame or the glory. It's so everybody would know that whenever he steps foot in the ring, there is nobody better than him.
In Daniel Bryan's eyes, this is the biggest match of his life. While for John Cena, this is just another SummerSlam. It's hunger versus content.
He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side, Michael.
I don't want to know what that feels like. Look at this. He let it go.
Curious decision there, Michael.
Got it. Inside the ring now. Oh, I think this man means business. That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure. We have to credit John Cena for handpicking Daniel Bryan for this opportunity tonight. Cena respecting Daniel as an athlete and competitor. He says Bryan is going to put up one hell of a fight tonight.
Look, let me decipher that for you. In John Cena code, put up one hell of a fight means I'm John Cena and you're going to lose because I'm the man around here. Cena chose Bryan because he wanted to ride the wave of Bryan's sudden popularity and give himself what he feels is an easy win.
He's going for it all.
One thing I like about Triple H refereeing this match is the fact that the game is going to give some leeway. He's going to let these guys go. That's the way the WWE Universe wants it. I think that's the way both these superstars want it.
Triple H knows what it means to be in championship matches, to be the main event of SummerSlam. The importance of this night for not only... Big move coming!
Wait for it!
He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. And he lands a hellacious uppercut. Shoulders on the mat. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
I think this is the beginning of the end.
And he hits with a diving assault.
Just when you thought he had nothing left. Well, John Cena's in a real bad spot.
I need to describe to you guys Dan's disapproval of John Cena. Calling John Cena a parody, Daniel Bryan doesn't approve of John's look or how he acts. Calls John Cena an entertainer, not a wrestler.
Yeah, but Bryan's not the first guy to say it. John Cena's what's wrong with wrestling. To say, we've had enough of the 5 moves of doom. Daniel Bryan isn't the first, and he won't be the last to want to put Cena out of the picture.
Speaking of Bryan, big move coming.
Wait for it.
Nobody comes back from this.
Game, set, match. This one is over. Oh, what a kick.
This is going to be big, one way or another. Look at this.
What a German suplex.
I'm so glad to see Triple H step up to be the referee tonight. He's been a big supporter. I think this is the beginning of the end.
He's making a statement here with this attack. When this guy's on, look out. Clearly on a mission here.
That should do it.
He's looking at it.
Got it cinched in. The STF is cinched in. I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
There's something we should...
Here we go. John Cena setting it up.
Well, this...
Uh-oh, forearm's gonna cut off the wind.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Want to win?
This might be big. That lands. Caught off guard.
Michael, you remind us of Randy Orton possibly lurking in the shadows with that Money in the Bank contract. The Viper could be more like a vulture tonight if he chooses to cash in that contract.
Big move coming.
Wait for him.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Are we looking at yet another John Cena victory here?
Digging deep for a kick out.
Yeah, seemed to be just testing the waters a bit there.
And he hits a big-time drop kick.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries. Looking for the win.
Interesting quote from John Cena at the SummerSlam press.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
Stiff kick there.
I want to answer John Cena's question from Tuesday's press conference. I think Daniel Bryan's been on a road of defining himself. You see the excitement from the WWE Universe? It isn't too dissimilar to the rise we've seen with guys like The Rock and John Cena.
There's a different feeling to Bryan, though. Daniel's rise feels like it's coming from the underground, based around a guy, Daniel Bryan, who just wants to be the best at his job. And he's proud that his job is first and foremost being a wrestler.
These are two men who are proud of who Daniel Bryan calling John Cena a parody of a wrestler. And in turn, Cena saying Daniel, big move coming.
Wait for it.
Oh, I think this man means business.
This one's over, guys. Peanuts are usually served when you take to the air like that. On the topic of Cena and Bryan being proud superstars, pride is woven into the fabric of both men. And Daniel Bryan does not feel respected by John Cena. Daniel Bryan is hopefully on his way to greatness, but he's not at John Cena's level yet.
John's just trying to teach Daniel a lesson. What's Daniel's catchphrase? Respect the beard? Respect in WWE is earned. Bryan could be hot right now, but only if he's good enough to take John Cena's title. Then he'll earn Cena's respect.
Taken off his feet here.
And it's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
It's no secret that Mr. McMahon doesn't care much for John Cena, but he really would hate to see Daniel Bryan become champion. I mean, Mr. McMahon has even tried to give Daniel Bryan a makeover.
Now, you can put a suit and tie on a goat, but it still looks like a goat, Cole.
Snap suplex.
Very nice.
Perfectly executed.
I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena?
Picking up on Mr. McMahon.
Got him in the S-lock.
I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena? Well, John Cena's in a real bad spot.
He's got him now. Going all the way up. Daniel Bryan caught by Cena.
Unbelievable power from Cena.
Got him in position for the AA, perhaps. Daniel Bryan rolls him up, shoulders down to win the title on a kick out.
So close.
Oh, and he caught him in the back of the neck.
Nice recovery for Daniel Bryan.
The champion is rocked.
Bryan feels it.
Bryan has Cena where he wants him. Could this be his moment? Running knee.
Cover him.
New champion.
Hooks the
New
leg.
champion.
Bryan's the WWE champion.
He did it. What a road. The trials and tribulations for Daniel Bryan. And he can now call himself champion.
Daniel Bryan celebrates massive moment at SummerSlam.
Oh, whoa, wait.
The former champ clearly objecting to the situation.
Not objecting, Corey. Shaking his hand.
That shows you how much of a class act John Cena is to say, hey, Daniel, tonight you were the better man.
Triple H now celebrating with the new champion. Can only imagine what's going through Daniel Bryan's mind right now. This has got to be the greatest moment of his career.
No doubt about it, Corey.
Oh no, what's the...
Randy Orton.
Oh my God, Orton has the Money in the Bank contract.
Hey guys, you don't think now Randy Orton's thinking about cashing in, do you?
Daniel Bryan says he's ready, but is that smart? He just went through a grueling war with John Cena.
Orton might be having second thoughts.
More mind games from the Apex Predator.
Another, and Daniel Bryan's celebration continues. Randy Orton still thinking about it, perhaps.
Whoa.
Oh my God!
What the hell?
Triple H!
No!
With a pedigree to Bryan!
What is going on?
You gotta be kidding me!
No, not like this. Not like this.
Randy Orton! Is he gonna cash in? Daniel Bryan's out cold thanks to Triple H! You gotta be kidding me!
I'm still trying to process what we just witnessed.
What is going on?
Randy Orton's cashing in. That's what's going on, Saxton.
Triple H just pedigreed Daniel Bryan. Now Orton.
Triple H just handed Orton the WWE Championship.
You've gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. It was a setup.
Champion,
Randy Orton is the new champion.